Good afternoon, folks. I'm Peter.
And I'm Paul.
And this is the PMP Podcast. Paul, what is up with you today?
I'm praying to my goddess. Please make this drama go away.
Who would have saved me?
Honey, I don't have it that bad here. Just cold, but the world, oof, girl.
Yeah, the world's on fire. Literally. Literally.
Prayers to California.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was as bad as it is, but it's pretty bad. People lost a lot. I don't understand how fires like that spread so quickly. You figure there's all that green lush. Granted, there's the homes, yes, but you figure all that green lush. Why does it just all burn down to a crisp? But I guess it's the heat. It's so intensified. You know what I mean? That it will just burn anything.
Well, I lived out in California back in before '94, and I lived in Laverne, which is the LA County. But we drove up to Pacific Palisades. The problem is the Santa Ana winds. First of all, they're at this point. This is the worst time, and this is supposed to be their rain season, but they haven't had a lot of rain. I think since October. So basically, the ground was kindling. Yeah, and the interesting thing about that is obviously the fire started. Specifically Pacific Palisades. It started obviously somewhere, but the wind was like they said it was up to 100 miles per hour. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, fire is powerful. They say someone started it, but not really sure if he was the actual person that responsible for all of that.
I think that was like one of the. There's like 4 different fires, but I think that was like the third or fourth fire. So initially, a question is going to be the bad fire. Well, they were all bad, but the Pacific Palisades. How did that specifically start?
It could have happened naturally. Someone could have, left a fire going somewhere and forgot it. And it's just, it's sad that we can't find a quicker way to put those out. You know what I mean? It's amazing they get so out of hand and go so far. I mean, all those, it's bad. My prayers are with all those people and their families and their lives, and I hope that they can all, put them back together again.
Yeah, I checked in on Steve and our friend of ours and, a couple other people just to make sure. Yeah. I mean, most people, if you think about it, there were only, at this point, 16 deaths? So people, in essence, the firemen did their job to take care of the people. I mean, it's the properties. They're gone.
They're gone. Hopefully many people had insurance, which I'm sure a lot of them did. I certainly hope so. But that doesn't get you back all those wonderful personal memories of yours. I was thinking about the other day, because, recently I'm trying to move. So I put a lot of stuff in storage, and I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I wonder if I should get, insurance on that shit. But here's the whole thing. Even if you had insurance, you can buy things again. What you can't buy, those memories back, So if I lost something that meant an awful lot to me, I couldn't get that back. So what is it? Insurance money going to do? It's not going to bring back, the things that were dear to me.
Right.
It's only going to bring back the materialistic things that I can easily get again, a watch or some clothing. But if I lost something, Timmy's stuff is in there. You know what I mean? If Timmy's stuff is gone, I can't get that again.
No. Well,
those are the things that hurt,
Right. I saw like Sharon Stone, Halle Berry, like they donated their closets, for clothing. Because, obviously people have nothing.
People stopped up. There was some place that supposedly opened up their parking lot and offered food and all that, and told them they could stay there for as long as they need to, park and camp out, which was great. People just go to show that in this time, this wonderful president-elect, there's still kindness. For how much longer? As we know, every day it's changing. Let us touch back, and now let's take this little direction and flop on over to our lovely, wonderful Meta. Greetings, Meta. How about you today, Meta?
Mr. Zucker.
Don't call me a faggot, not unless you are a friend. That's all. That's all.
Honey, he took the Cher song, he bent over and took it like a man. Donald Trump said, I'm going to get you. And what did he do? He gave that he gave Donald Trump $1 million for this inauguration. I'm thinking, okay, you literally bent over.
And here's the sad thing of it all. I really didn't think Zuckerberg was like that. I thought that he was a man of compassion. Apparently, money talks. Money talks.
Dirty cash, I want you. Ooh, some Stevie V. Yeah, and
all the music out today.
Right. He got rid of the diversity inclusion for the employees. I think he did something like dropped something, the diversity and inclusion. And like he's literally just, I think Trump scared him because I heard that initially he had cases against him, with his social media app and all that. And now that Trump's going to be in office, I guess he's bowing down.
Yeah, which is a shame, because I think he's more powerful than that. He's got that media behind him. But here's the thing that's really, I'm a firm believer that a lot of this stuff, it's crazy right now at this moment. But I don't think it's going to stay this crazy because let's face it, I just saw what's happening now. I don't know if you've seen Facebook recently. I know you're on there. Is everyone's getting crazy. They're all putting on make-believe stuff, making up stories and shoving them on there. One person actually said, who was a gay man, said, I can use the word faggot now, and actually wrote faggot on it. That's why I jokingly said that with a line from the Pet Shop Boys. Not Pet Shop Boys, excuse me, Joe Jackson. Let me correct myself. That line of Play Us a Slow Song. No, Real Men from Joe Jackson. That's that line about don't call me a faggot unless you are a friend. But he actually wrote that word, and I'm like, okay, listen, people. We're getting a little crazy. Okay, you don't need to put that on it just because it's okay, just because you're trying to make a point. It isn't nice, regardless. It is not nice. Don't do it. Don't lower yourself to those standards. Just because it's okay to do does not make it right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. And I've slowed down on social media, and I've been doing the watching, just kind of sitting back. And I want to comment sometimes, but I learned, you know what? If you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything
I comment.
At all.
I always comment, but I say it nicely. We're PNP Podcast. We know how to say things. Yeah, I can give you the tea and you won't even know it was hot.
I guess I got to take one from you because I like that idea. Give them the tea and let them know it's not even hot.
Yeah, because you have to tell them. If you don't voice your opinion, it's like us here with this podcast. The fact that the two of us are different. We're similar, but we're different. We have similar, feelings about life, but then we have different, perspectives as well. And if you don't let someone know, hey, just because he's doing it, she's doing it, and they're doing it, doesn't mean you have to do it. Haven't you learned that when you were a kid? You have to do what everybody else is doing. You do not have to do it. Because if you do, you're making it okay. You know what I mean? And it's just going to get worse. Don't show that. Let's not play that side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay in our own yards, behave ourselves, and mind our own businesses. Life will go on.
Well, people tend to follow the leader. I mean, I think when you have you have your far rights, your far lefts, and then the people in the middle. The people in the middle sit back and they look to the left and hear them. They look to the right, they hear them, and then they follow the most, I guess, the louder, what they think is the norm, because they want to be a part of that. They want to be, I want to be with the cool people.
Yeah.
Whether that's
in high school, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I say that, honestly, it's like revenge. Revenge is so childish. It's so childish.
It is. It's definitely not a dish best served cold. It's not a dish you serve at all, really.
Right.
You just shouldn't. I mean, who knows how much further it's going to go? But just from that little bit on Facebook today, myself, just looking, and all these posts, people they put something on there about Zuckerberg putting gerbils up his butt, and then he had to go to some place to get him taken out or whatever. I don't know. They're just slapping all over now. Whatever. I mean, whatever. That's fine. I mean, you want to put that stuff on there. I don't think there's any reason to do it. We all know what's going on. We all know it's not real. We all know it's a joke. Why bother? What are you showing? What are you saying?
Some people believe it like it's real news. You do realize that, Peter.
Yeah, I know that. But come on. Show Mike Zuckerberg. But I guess they're proving a point to Mark. But I like to think that he is, and I could obviously I'm wrong about this, that he's a smart man. You know what I mean? And know that he's going to get this thrown back in his face. Of course he's going to. Why wouldn't he? You know what I mean? You think you're going to do this and people are not going to backlash? They're going to backlash. You know, they're going to backlash like crazy. But I just think that brings more power or more fire to the situation. You know what I mean? If we just let it go. Because how long are we going to play on this? How long are we going to do this? How long are you going to keep thinking it's funny when it's actually not funny? It's never okay to lie about someone or tell a rumor. You know what I mean? Regardless. If you're doing that, you're doing it because you obviously don't like that person. You don't see someone starting a rumor on someone they like, do you?
No.
No. So what is it doing? It's circulating this whole thing about hate all over again. You know what I mean? I don't hate Mark Zuckerberg. It's a person doing what he has to do. Is it right? Well, only Mark knows if it's right or not. I don't think that we should. Why you even got to call it fact checking anyways? I mean, what? You know what I mean? What is the point of all that? Really? I mean, I understand. Here's the thing. They're taking it too far. When you're going to say he's putting gerbils up his rear end, okay, wow. So we're going to call the hospital and see if that's true. That's our fact checking. Come on. What? They're taking this fact checking idea a little too far. That's more for political, higher scale situations than someone, quote unquote, putting gerbils up there behind. Come on.
Isn't that Richard Gere, though? Richard Gere, initially they said that about him back in the day that he did that.
Whatever it was. But the point is, you know, I mean, who cares? I'm going to fact check that. I like to think I have better things to do with my time than to run on the internet. So let me say, did that really happen? Come on, people.
No.
We can do better than this.
Right? I know. But, you know, honestly, you said something about people, you know, lying and cheating. I always say, you know, the hate. You know, hate is a powerful feeling. And if you hate something, you obviously have loved it at one point because hate is a strong feeling. So you had to have the other, the yin to the yang, you know?
It's emotion. Yeah.
It's emotion, right?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, it's emotion.
So, and what's interesting about how you talk, you know, we brought up about Zuckerman and Facebook. What did you decide to do that I saw this morning?
What do you mean?
The new app.
Take down my X page?
Yeah, and when you opened up a new app?
Oh yeah, Blue Sky. Blue Sky. I can't think how that song goes. Yeah, I mean, I can't listen, as I always say, as a gay male, I should not support someone who doesn't support us. You know. Regardless of how much I like my X page, you know what I mean? And I do. What does it say about me? You know, I'm just going ahead and doing what I'm talking about. The things you shouldn't do, and I'm doing it myself. I can't be that way. I have to back up. I put my money where my mouth is. You know what I mean? So down it's going to come today. You know, will I put that kind of content on Blue Sky?
Because I guess you can.
You can, but I probably won't. I think I'm done with that phase of my life. Maybe.
No thirst traps.
Yeah. That's. I told you about that, didn't I?
You did.
I got 75 views from that picture of me on the beach, and our little advertisement for the P&P podcast got like 4. Now, if you and I were on the beach, you know, wearing little bikinis, holding up a sign, the P&P podcast, guess what? You probably have 100-something views. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, there's no denying sex sells. So traps are there to do exactly what they do, trap people into being thirsty, I guess. You know?
And people are thirsty.
You know, and we talked about that a while back about social media, you know, and that body shaming. I recently befriended someone on Facebook. I think I told you about that. This gentleman who had a cup of tea in his hand, this photograph that was really cool. And I said to him, you might touch base on body shaming. And he's like, you know, just be true to who you are. Who cares about that anymore? And he's right. It's going to go on. It's going to be there. People are going to do it. You know, how much you allow yourself to get taken in by it is up to you. You know what I mean? If it's harmful to you, don't look at it. If it's harmful to you, Facebook does have it set up where you can click those little 3 dots in the menu and say that you don't want to see this type of post anymore. I mean, you have control over things. You know, if they're harming you, don't do them. You know what I mean? I'm the same way. I just did it. I just recently stopped seeing a post on something. You know, why should I subject myself to harm? Why would you do that? Yeah, I mean, if you're doing that, then apparently you want to do that. And if you want to do that, maybe you should seek some help as to why you're doing that to yourself, because there's no need for that. Walk away from that. Love who you are. You know what I mean? If you are dealing with your body not being where you'd like it to be, well, you can work on that. There's people to talk to. There's things to do. There's avenues to take, like you said. But you don't have to be subjected to seeing all that. Walk away from it. You'll feel better in the end.
Yeah, and the app there, Blue Sky, I did some fact checking on it. I found out you can mute, like, if you don't want to see certain posts.
Right.
They don't sell like advertisement. Initially, they divorced from X, so it was initially owned by X, and then
I looked that far back into it.
Yeah, and then now the new owner, who is Jay Graber, and there's people on the board, so it's not owned specifically by one person. He's the CEO, but there's other people. So I like the fact of that it's not just owned by one person. It gives you the user more control. And as of January of 2025, there are 27 million people that signed up for this. That's a lot of people.
I mean, it's not Facebook, but it can be. Listen, how's it go? There's power in the people. If enough of us walk away, if we honestly walk away from Facebook, where's Zuckerman going to be?
Right.
Besides poor.
Yeah, so I highly recommend anybody that's watching our podcast to take a look at Blue Sky. It's free. I know who wants another social media, but I mean, come on, we went from what was before Facebook? It was MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I was almost thinking about going back to MySpace because I like the fact that MySpace.
Listen, if MySpace was wise, they'd reboot. Hey, MySpace.
Right, you're not kidding.
Come back wherever you are.
You control literally everything on your, your feed. You didn't have other, you search stuff. So I think Facebook almost got too, it got too big for its britches, and it needs to be torn down a little bit because
it's about to be.
Yeah,
it's about to be. It's about to be. With this nonsense he's doing, trust me, it's just a matter of time. How many times do I continue to say this like a broken record? How many millions of people there are in the world today? And for each one of those millions of people, it only takes a certain amount of them to do some damage. They don't need you all.
No,
a small amount, without that many there are, would do a lot of damage.
Right.
We could start something ourselves, a little band, whatever. And let's go here for a while. Let's all get off of this for like a month. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Then we'll come back when we think it's changed. People don't understand the power they have if they band together. If you truly want to accomplish something, there are better ways to do it than screaming and yelling on social media like everybody else. You want to prove the power you have? Click, delete. There's your power.
Right.
You're not going to stand for it no more. You're going to move on. There's other social medias out there too. Patreon. I just recently put us on Patreon. The podcast. Patreon has changed. It was more of an artist platform. People who did art. But now it's changed a lot. There's podcasts on there, music, all sorts of different things. And you can have subscribers who can pay to come on your site if they like, certain content. You can sell videos that you make or graphics that you design. It's changed a lot. I was surprised. I haven't really gotten a chance to develop our site yet there, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
So, but there are other places to go that are popular. There are other places to go that people don't realize are out there. There's a lot of other social media outlets to go to take to, because think about it, now this ban with TikTok, if this happens, you know what I mean? I don't use TikTok. I don't know why. It's a younger demographic, and it's just filled with nonsense, really. It's a fun place for kids to have fun, do things, whatever, be silly. I don't think it has any serious value, if you ask me. But
what's the ban though? The ban is because it's owned.
The ban is
what? China owns it?
Yeah, because they feel that China is spying on the U.S. or can spy on the U.S. with their software on TikTok, which is possible. But my sister made a good point when I was speaking to her. Well, what? We can't spy on people with the software we've got, like Facebook isn't spying? Come on. Who's not spying? What do you think? What's going to be on TikTok that's so high level of security that China's going to steal? What? This is how you bake a cake in 3 easy directions? going to be on it. Let me show you how
How to
make an
manscape?
address. I don't.
Let me show you how to
what do
manscape.
Yeah, and what's going to be on there that China's going to, that we shouldn't have on? And if it's on there, well, then what's to say about our security?
Right.
What are they really taking? I don't know. I didn't do the complete research on that. I just briefly searched the net and realized it was because of that. And then Keisha, the song TikTok, is also going to be banned.
Really?
Along with it. Yeah, which is crazy. Just because she puts those words in there, so we're going to get rid of the song? What are we coming to?
I know. Hey, well, I mean, I basically at this point never been on X either. I've just never did. I've done my YouTube videos. I was getting frustrated. I'm not on TikTok. No, I was doing my YouTube videos, but then YouTube, because I was doing, music and I was lip syncing or whatever I was doing, they kept on muting it, which kind of irritated me because I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not making money off of these artists. I'm actually promoting the artists.
Right, which is the oddest thing. You think that they would change that? Maybe in time they will.
Right.
That's bizarre. But
do you have a LinkedIn?
Yeah, I'm on 13 social media platforms. So yeah, I'm definitely LinkedIn everywhere. Yeah, I have LinkedIn. I have Indeed. I have Patreon, Tumblr, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest. I'm sure I'm missing something there. I think I'm even on. What's the other one called? Shoot, I'm on Reddit.
Reddit? Are you?
Yeah, and I'm on. I don't want to say Tumblr. There's another odd one. I forgot what it is. There's so many of them. I don't even keep. But some of them are really truly based for artists or for gamers, and things like that. So, those sites are geared to that. So people join them for that. The bigger social media sites that everybody just kind of hops on, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. My Pinterest I love Pinterest. I mean, Pinterest is never, it's not, you can't post things and you have to belong to someone's page. I don't know if you have Pinterest or if you've been on it.
I don't know.
I like Pinterest. I have one for the newscaper. I don't think I have one for the PV podcast. Not yet. And anyway, next subject. Let's go talk about Jonathan Van Ness. Let's do that briefly. Okay. I have to talk about that. I have to talk about that. I wasn't going to, but I do. And I'm surprised you did not know anything about that.
Because you're talking about the Queer Eye. Who's that?
Queer Eye. Yeah.
Right. And I watched the Golden Globes, and I must have missed this.
It's probably in the opening parts, when they did the Who's Coming Down the Carpet. I mean, it's not a big deal. Speaking of Queer Eye, I mean, that was popular once upon a time. And I don't watch it. I haven't seen the new episode whatsoever. To me, reality TV is just, it ain't all that great. It isn't, first off, it's not reality. It's all scripted anyways. The drama itself is behind and in front of the scenes is ridiculous. But anyway, let me give my opinion on this because I see it all over the net. People are talking, and I have made comments on people's posts nicely.
You're going to rate a queen?
Yeah, I'm going to rate a queen. Uh-oh. This is going to get me in trouble. He's probably going to hit us up. What are you talking about? And anyway, here's my take on that. All right. People are talking, it took women so long to get the right to wear pants. It's going to take men X amount of time to get the right to wear dresses. I'm a gay male, as we all know. I don't care if you want to wear a dress. It's absolutely fine. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. And someone had said this, or I saw this, and I agree. As gay men, I'm not attracted to a man in a dress. Why? Well, I think we all know that reason. I like men. And if you're wearing a dress, you're not looking like a man. So I don't care how big your arms, how much hair you got in your chest. It isn't cutting it, baby. All right? A man's got to have, certain things got to be right there for me to say. So to me, it's not one bit appealing. You want to express yourself, that's fine. I've got no problem with that. Who am I to say what you can and cannot wear? Do I think that men in dresses is going to be a fad and it should be? No. I for one would never wear one. I think a lot of people I know would never wear one. You can wear them like kilts And certain things look like a kilt is sexy as hell on a man.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
I agree. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Nothing like
Yeah.
a burly dude in a kilt. I mean, that's that's the culture. So if you want to wear something along that line, even the crop tops nowadays, that's some sexy stuff. But you want to start putting on ball gowns. I'm just not too sure how I'm going to feel about that. You know, binary, no binary.
What do you think of Billy Porter? Because he initially, I think, kind of did
Billy
it first.
Porter is fine, and I'll tell you why. Because Billy Porter, that's not all he does. He does it with panazz. You know what I mean? When Billy does it, it's to him, it's show stopping. You know, there's a reason for it, and it's not. It's over the top, and it's not. Everything he's wearing has a purpose and a meaning, and he wears it well. You know what I'm saying? This is a ball gown that he had on. Okay, come on. The man didn't have any jewelry, didn't even have enough decency to shave his chest before he put the dress on. You do it up. You know what I mean? But what is the point he's trying to make? And even in the shows, he's always wearing a dress of some sort. There's just, I don't know. There's no appeal. Am I wrong? Is it just me? There's no appeal.
Well, I missed it. So honestly, I watched the Golden Globes. You know me, I was sitting there watching it. I will, I'll say I missed the red carpet. I don't kind of watch that because to me, it's about the awards. And I mean, to me, can I just give you a
beautiful
in Z formation? I mean, I thought it's about. I was thinking when she said that's the first time she won an award. I literally went back and I looked at it because I remember Ghost, G.I. Jane. I mean, St. Elmo's Fire. I'm thinking this woman has been around. She said like 45 years, and that's the first time she's been recognized. I was like, girl.
Yeah, but kudos to her. That's good. You know what I mean? Better late than never.
Right,
to be a cliche. And she looked absolutely marvelous. Her speech was wonderful.
She could wear a dress.
Sort of thing. Yeah, she can wear a dress.
She can wear a dress.
I mean? She can. And that's the thing about him. I mean, if he could have worn it or worn the right one or worn it this right way, I don't know. I just don't. There is no right way for a man, especially of a larger stature, tall or broader, to put on a ball gown. There's just no. It's just not going to be appealing.
Right.
I don't know why. I don't care who puts it on. It's just not going to be appealing.
And I mean, the movie with Amelia Perez, the lead actress, Carla Sofia Guess.
In what? The Substance?
No, not Substance. Amelia Perez. I had never heard of that. I don't get to see these movies because a lot of these movies don't come out where I'm from because we're a small town. But it was Carla Sofia. I don't want to disrespect her. Gascon. Yeah, with Zoe Saldana and.
From what movie?
Maria Perez.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
That was the movie, yeah. And Selena Gomez was in it. I guess it's a true story. Mm. And I don't know if it's just if it's on Netflix or if it was at the movies, but I mean, I think that was the Oscar. They won best musical drama because it's a musical. So shout out to her because initially I thought Wicked was going to take everything, but I guess they didn't take everything.
But then they took one award.
Yeah.
For something. I forgot what it was. But that was it. I don't, hey, yes, I know, gay man, shame on me, I should love Wicked. I can't say I love it. Can't say I don't like it. I haven't seen it yet. Will I see it? Probably, just because I like to see movies, just because I like to get my own opinion on them. It's like it took me a long time to see Barbie,
Right. Well, Wicked, you should see only because, I mean, just the gay, undertones. And it had that guy, who is the actual gay actor? He was
Bailey.
Yeah, oh my God.
He's a
dream. He is a doll. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
he's taken, boys. What a shame. That's okay. We can dream, can't we?
And I don't even know, like after the Golden Globes, it's the SAGs. I like the SAG Awards because that's the actors nominating the actors. And then, the Oscars are coming up, and they're doing a nod to. Is it the Oscars that are doing a nod to Prince? Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
In the age of streaming TV, we don't catch commercials anymore. So that's where all of, that's where you find out what's going on in the world is commercials, So when you don't see any more of them, you don't know what's happening. You just don't catch them. Because I don't have cable. I have streaming TV. I have Netflix and Prime, Hulu. I had Disney, which I'll probably get back as soon as Star Wars comes back, because I love me with Star Wars. So. I can't help that, but. So what else are we going to chat about? There's something else you wanted to mention.
I actually, it's gay friendly. I'm a huge RuPaul drag race.
How can not anybody be a RuPaul fan? I'm a RuPaul fan. I'll always be RuPaul.
I don't know if you watched it. It's on Friday nights. Yeah.
What, Drag Race?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch it. No particular reason why. It's not my cup of tea.
No. Well, Lexi Love, who actually she won this week, and I don't know if she was the one. If you watch it, she came out on roller skates, but she's one of the oldest of this season, and she is just phenomenal. I mean, I like her attitude, her demeanor. She's usually when age comes substance, and she got some substance with her. You have Susie Toot. She's actually from Fort Lauderdale, but she can tap. And
I gotta look this up now.
You do, and then Anya Nerve.
I never heard about that.
She did the video. She did a rap of In and Out, and I mean, she made a dance move to it and everything. Freaking hysterical. And she late to the scene. She actually said that she's only been in drag since she's 24. I mean, I think it's only been like 4 years.
Really?
Yeah. They actually, the last one, Ramona Lisa, I mean, she did a comedy piece. It wasn't comedy.
Yeah.
But she, I guess, dunked, RuPaul's sidekick, from, I can't even think of her name. Michelle Visage. She dunked her, so they kept her in. I'm thinking, listen, the girl didn't lip sync. She didn't have a comedy act. So if I'm going to rate her, she was a 7, and she should have been eliminated. They shouldn't have kept her. But the endearing part of the show was Vivian, who had passed away at 32.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real name was James Lee Williams, who won first place in the RuPaul UK. Passed away at 32, so they did a nod to him, which was that's too young to pass away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. When did Katy Perry's now on there? Is she judge?
She was a judge on the first show, which Katy Perry came out. She was hysterical. I mean, Katy Perry, she's got love for the queens, and there was one queen on there that actually knew Katy Perry.
Right, I saw that in promo.
Yeah. I can't think of her name, but she did. And Maria Antoinette. I guess there were two queens dressed up as Maria Antoinette, and Michelle Visage said, "Listen, it's been done. You got it, and you ain't even doing it right, so stop doing it."
Michelle. She's crazy. I have to catch it. I used to watch it in the beginning. I don't know. I think it's wonderful that we have that what do you want to say? That ability to create art like that. I think it's great. People show their talent. I don't think it's so much. How would I say it? It's become the norm, I guess. Drag racing. It's not like it was. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
He won a couple. He actually won. I think he won some. I don't know if it was an Oscar or a Golden Globe. I think for reality TV. Since you were talking about reality TV, because they consider it reality TV.
Yeah, RuPaul, yeah.
So I guess that's for reality TV. I like it because they bring out their their real lives and how they came up and how they introduced their family into drag. Because I mean, being gay is one thing, but then doing drag, I mean, that's another
It's
level.
come a long way.
Yeah,
it's come a long way.
So I give them respect and kudos.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. So I couldn't do it. So it's good for them. But yeah, the Vivian, that's a shame. I'll have to catch it at RuPaul's, and I guess I'll have to catch it. I should probably catch an episode of Queer Eye if I can bring myself to watch it.
Uh-huh.
It's
Me
crazy.
too.
It's just, here's the thing, that people need to understand in this world, and they probably do by now. Maybe they don't. And every gay man is different. We don't all love drag. We don't all love, what they're gonna say. Wizard of Oz. We don't all love the color pink. I mean, we don't all love Barbie. We're different people. We all don't all love reality shows. We all don't love drama. I mean, everyone's, I like cars and I like to freaking polish my vehicle and clean it and detail it. I like to build things. I mean, but I'm still a gay man. You know what I mean? So we're not all, just because we are gay doesn't mean we all agree on everything that gay life stands for. Each of us are different. And that makes up the world. I mean, if there wasn't differences, even in us, even in our culture, I mean, what would the world would be so boring?
Right. Well, I've been watching football lately, and I'll tell you one thing. I mean, people have been giving Nick Bosa a lot of backlash, saying he's a hater of gays and stuff. He's never physically said it. But even if he is, that's his opinion.
It is.
Still think he's fine.
And we keep, we keep saying, and that's the thing with this world today. People should. Your opinion is okay. It's all in how you state it. You know what I mean? There's ways to say things without having to come out to be hate. If you don't like gay people, that's fine. No one's going to make you. You don't have to, but don't cause us harm. Don't interfere. Don't put more issues on us than we need. If you don't like us, simply walk away. What? I mean, what? If I don't like a heterosexual person, you think I'm going to give them a problem? No, if I don't like you, I'm doing anybody. And if I didn't like a gay person, I'm just going to walk away. If I don't like you, I'm not going to bring you harm or say something about you. I'm just not going to deal with you. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what makes America great. Not all this other nonsense. Being real and being honest and knowing you have an opinion, knowing you have a voice, and you're allowed to have that voice. It's all in how you use it.
And I agree. I agree with you, because sometimes if you try to fight with somebody and you have an opinion, and the question is, if you can't get through to them and they don't hear your side, what's the point of arguing if there is not going to be a debate or an acceptance?
If there's no end. There's no means to the end. What's the point of it, really? You know what I mean? You agree to disagree, I guess.
Right. Right.
Is what it comes down to. What else was I going to say? I was going to talk about something else. I'm not really sure what it was, but I don't know. Yeah.
Still cold up here, I'll tell you that.
I was not going to go to the gym this morning. It was 40-something degrees. It is currently, let me see, right now it is, come on there, 60, which is okay.
Yeah.
Now I'll go to the gym. I wasn't going to go out. It was too darn cold.
29 here, so we got you beat.
29 there.
And they're saying, well, I'm going to let you know something. I was watching, I do the weather, but there's another cold snap coming. And guess what? It'll come down to you guys, too. You guys are going to get it again.
Let it. I mean, what more can it do? It's already 40 degrees this morning. You know what I mean? It's all right. It won't last forever. It will come and go. God, I'm surprised we don't have a multitude of topics.
Yeah, I think January, January. It's January, February, March is kind of quiet. It is quiet.
The year is just getting started, so there's not a lot of nonsense going on right now. Give it time.
Give it time, right. I mean, we got, come, January 20th, we have him in office. That's going to be interesting.
We'll be able to.
Valentine's Day is in February, which I do love, we all got to have a little bit of love.
Mm,
I was trying to,
Valentine's.
I was trying to plan on my vacation for my birthday, but I don't know if I'm coming down to Florida because money's a little tight.
I understand that one. Trust
Yeah,
me. You know.
I mean,
Well, if you do,
I
huh?
shouldn't complain because I'm not going through say California or
Right.
people are struggling, but I think we are
People are
all
struggling
struggling.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, people are struggling everywhere. It's not just everyone is. It's a rough time right now. Even with the new year coming upon us, it's a rough time for a lot of people. But we're a tough country. And we're tough people. You know, these people in the Palisades, they'll get through this. Support, love, understanding. They'll make it through. You know,
yeah.
they have no choice.
There was a lady I was watching on CNN. She was from oh god, I don't want to know if it was Germany or she was from another country, and she had moved over here to start a new life because of I think it was like one of the wars there, and she referenced the Pacific Palisades to what she had went through in one of the wars. She said it was just devastating, but she rebuilt, and she said, you know what? I'll do the same. She went to the house, thanked the house for being there for her, giving her, that 15, 20 years, and she will rebuild. She said, we're resilient as humans. We are resilient. We always overcome.
We do. We have to.
Oh.
We don't have much choice. It's
Now,
weird. So
change is good.
change is good.
You said I see you're going through your thing and you're getting ready to, get your life, hopefully your dreams to relocate.
Fly like an eagle.
Till I'm
Yeah,
free.
to Fort Lauderdale. It's time for a change. Yeah, we'll reflect back because we are still in January, the first month of the new year, so we can still talk about the new year and new things that are happening. Like I said, New Year, same you, only better. So this is a time. Any time's a time, as I always say. You never should have to wait for a new year to make a change in your life. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new chance. Every day is a new opportunity. So if you're unhappy with the direction your life is going on, you have every opportunity to change it. And I'm one of those people who, I can't, put out what I can't take back myself. So when I say that to people, I take that same advice to myself. If I'm unhappy, it's time for a change. Life's too short, to go through what ifs. Had I only done that, why didn't I do this? It's like, why even bother all that? Just do it and see what's going to happen. What's going to happen? You don't succeed. Well, you tried, and that alone is a success. Is trying is everything. So, yeah, I know it's time for me to branch out and go on, and because I've been through a lot. The death of my husband. Even though it was 6 years ago, it feels like it was yesterday, and I'm still trying to find my way because a lot of things happened to me. During that, a lot of things happened to me. A lot of not good things happened to me, as we all know. It was tough, and I really didn't think that I would find myself again, or that I could. I really thought there was. I don't know. I thought I went too far. There was too much destruction for me to bounce back. It's almost like the fires in Palisades. With all that destruction, it's like, how do you find your way back? How do you rebuild? I guess time. Time's what does it. Time, patience, courage, all of that is what's going to get you through it all. That's what's getting me through it. Because I'm scared as hell about change. I'm not a spring chicken. Thank God. My genetics have got me looking good. But, time is of the essence. We tend to forget that. So we take it for granted. Think, I've got tomorrow. Well, sure you do. But you keep saying that, and then, a year is gone. And then where did you go? So, yeah. So I've been posting, and I will post about my journey to hopefully find me again and have the opportunity to be the best me I can be. I'd like to be. So, on that sad note, we'll leave it there.
And it's funny because people, like, even you tell me, why am I not out of here? Why am I not, down Florida or some island? But I sit back and quiet and digest and go through my what ifs, why not, and I can't. I try to not make excuses for not making the change. Am I scared? Yeah, I'm scared. You say that if you're not scared, then you're not living. And I I wonder sometimes. I read something about sometimes staying is a fight also. So if you're staying, there's a reason why you're supposed to be there, and there's a reason for having patience. Because yeah, we can make that decision to make a change, and it could be a positive, could be a negative, but also staying could be a safety net, a reason. There's got to be a reason. There's always a reason why. So what you're going through and what I'm going through, I'm not saying you're making the right decision and I'm making the right decision. It's the decision for you, and it's the decision for me. So I validate both you and me.
Yeah, I see that, but there was a thing about comfort zones that I posted a while back on Facebook. That they can sometimes be harmful. You know what I mean? Sure, you might mention that maybe it's a safety net and whatever all that, but is that safety worth your well-being inside, knowing that you could be happier, but you'll settle for safety? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's there's a fine line with that. You know what I mean? I mean, because you don't want to live your life for so long and then the time is gone and you regret it all. Why didn't I? I mean, if you know you're going to be better somewhere else, screw safety and comfort. Because soon, once you get to that place that you know you're going to be better at, you will be comfortable and you will be safe once again. That's how I look at it. This move to me, sure, it's frightening as all heck because, I'm worried about career. I'm worried about so many different things. I'm not any younger, so I'm worried about all of that. But I'm also worried that I'm not ever going to be happy because I know I won't be standing here. I know I won't be.
Well, I look at you like you jump. Like you go, you'll do something where I'm the vice versa. I will analyze, and that's my default, which I don't like that about me. I respect your thing of just go, and if it'll work itself out. I get
right
in my head.
Well, it's easy for me because I don't have attachments, where you do. You know what I'm saying? You have your home, what I'm saying? So I don't have those attachments. Well, even when I did, when I was married to my husband, we had a beautiful home in Daytona, well, I was where I wanted to be. So I was content and I was fine. But when that all went away, so did my comfort. So did my safety. So did my happiness. It all disappeared, So I had to go through what I had to go through. And now, this many years later, I find myself trying to stay safe or comfortable. But at what expense? When deep down inside, I know I will be happier somewhere else. Because that other place that I want to go to has everything that I'm searching for, which is opportunity, community, camaraderie. There's a lot of things that I lack and I don't have that I need. I'm an extrovert, as you know. So I feed off people. I like to be around people, but it isn't really about that. I just need to be where there's more opportunity. When you're in a spot where there is no opportunity, don't do that to yourself. You know what I mean? Everything's scary. We walk out the door each day. You never know what's going to happen. People thought they were going to lose their homes in the Palisades. They didn't think they're going to lose their homes. No one had an idea there was going to be this major fire. This was going to happen. So every day, you're living life and you never know what's really going to happen. You just don't. So it isn't really about, well, I guess it is about, well, I mean, I just know what I've got to do. And I'm frightened. Trust me, I am, of these changes. But I'm also very excited.
I think that I'm watching, honestly, I'm kind of jumping on your bandwagon. I'm letting you kind of make the first steps to get down there because I think that I have my tribe, you're a part of it. And if I see, once you do this and that you will be okay. Once I see, okay, if you just do it and the change is, I guess you reap the benefits, the rewards of, making that struggle and that, that jump. I'll say, okay, if he can do it, I can do it.
Of course I can do it. And I will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My sister said the same thing. My sister back in Massachusetts, said the same thing. She goes, yeah, you'll be fine. She goes, you're a survivor. You always do that. I said, yeah, I'm going to be, what's going to happen? The situation I'm in now, it's nothing special. So why, if I have an opportunity to make it special, why would I not go? I mean, I've already met people. I've already been involved in certain things down that area that were already good. I mean, my 4 days that I spent there were heaven. I mean, yeah, I know you only saw the post about us drinking and
eating.
But we went to the gym. We went to the market. We went to Dollar Tree. We walked down. We went to Marshall's, TJ Maxx. We did everything we would normally do here. We did there. We lived life there. We went to Publix. Shopping was actually a pleasure.
No.
Truly was a pleasure. I walked on an island and see some buns you like, and baby, you go, yeah, can I get that in a 6-pack?
And it's funny you say that about because I have my ex-partner Jeremy lives down in Fort Lauderdale. My friends Ryan and Ricky are over in St. Pete. Peter, I've got Peter. I got Dan. I've got people that have been down there. My friend Bert's down there. I have people you have been down there for a while. Marlo.
Ask them how they feel about being here. They're all going to tell you it's wonderful.
Yeah.
People have their own impression about Florida. Yes, it's not the best state for gay people.
It's Republican.
But you know what? But you know what? Hey, you got to live. You got to live. You fight the fight. One day it's going to change. I don't think Florida's always going to be this bad. I think once he's out of that office, it's 4 years. I understand it, but he can't come back. Once he's done, he's done. So unless he tries to change that law as well, but let's hope not.
What's that, Prop 2025 or Prop 25?
Florida's a southern state. Southern states are difficult.
Yeah, yeah. But honestly, Puerto Rico. I mean, when I went to Puerto Rico for my vacation, Puerto Rico, they came around from their hurricanes, and I mean, Puerto Rico's. I saw one of my not friends, but one of my social media friends on Facebook. He went down there and he said as soon as he stepped off the plane, he knew he had to buy some property down there. And I initially, you say I've got my bonds that keep me here, my house. I guess if I sell my house, it's I got to go there, right? And our friend Mark was talking about Costa Rica, and there are so many other places in this world. There's London, there's Paris, there's France.
A lot of places you can't necessarily move to. You have to get certain things for that. Not these countries are smart, unlike the U.S., unfortunately. I mean, I'm not saying the U.S. isn't smart, but we let everybody in, which that's but we can't bitch about overcrowding when we keep doing that. But these other countries, it's not so simple to move to them. You know what I mean? They want certain things. You can't just go, I think I'm gonna live here. I covered all my stuff. It doesn't really quite go like that, but you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You can't really move there without visas, passports, or whatever. I think some countries only allow you to be there for a certain amount of time. I think it's a process. Maybe it's different for Mexico. Things like that. Maybe it's different for those areas. I don't know if I want to move there, something like that, though. We have to keep the weather's going to be always fantastic, but I don't know what I want to do that. If I would go, I don't know.
No, I went to St. John, Virgin Islands, which is I went to the American. So St. John, is not part of the Virgin Islands. It's the American side. So I mean, you need a passport. But anyways, that island was beautiful, and I thought I could go work at a resort, and or clean B&Bs, and I mean, this one B&B.
How long would you be happy with that, though? You know what I mean?
If I could take my days off and go to the ocean and just go, I went snorkeling and saw turtles. I mean, that would be beautiful. But I guess that's a hope.
Well, you can do that here. We got beaches in Florida, lots of them. Whole darn freaking thing's got beaches all over the place. You want to snorkel?
Yeah.
Snorkel away. But anyways, yeah, as we were saying, yeah, we won't get too far off the topics, but yeah, the new year brings new adventure, new opportunities, new people, new visions. You know what I mean? Of anything that you want to do, you can do. Again, you don't have to wait for the new year for it to happen. And if halfway through this new year, you think it's too late to change, it's not. You change when you want to, when you're ready, every day.
Right.
I'm about to change some gym clothes.
Are you going to the gym?
Yeah, I have to keep going.
Good for you.
I do it for me. I do like the way I look. For a thin man as myself, to get to the gym and put some weight on is good. It's good for the self-esteem. I'm never going to be, Arnold Schwarzenegger built, that. And that's okay with me. You come to terms with certain things in your life,
that picture of you on the beach. I mean, I'll give it it was a 9.5, 10. It was a thirst trap. I saw it. I liked it. The one you were kind of leaning back, you was on, with no shirt on. I looked at her and I thought, look at her, there she go.
I have a shirt on.
Or
it's on my shoulder.
Oh, okay. So she do Jennifer Beals flash dance.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I have some stuff I can put on there, but I told you, I was testing that theory. Like I said, what's going to sell, and it did. So, I haven't. I'm one of those people that listen. We definitely know I'm not approved. There's no doubt about. I have an X account, for God's sake. So I'm not approved. But there's certain things that I feel don't belong on Facebook. You want to do that stuff? There's X. There's other places. There's OnlyFans. There's Just for Fans. There's lots of places to do things.
Blue Sky now.
Blue Sky, but let's keep Blue Sky G-rated for the time being. But yes, you can do those things other places. Facebook, I don't think is a place for that. Anything that has, it's out of control. It's only getting more out of control now with the fact checking being gone and all that nonsense. We won't go back on that. But there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
Be careful what you do with yourself or how you present yourself. Presentation's everything.
Yeah.
Yes, be you, but be true to yourself as well. Don't do what you don't think you should do. If you don't think you should do it, don't do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, on that note, unless you have anything more exciting to say.
No, we're gonna kind of just, let's be quiet in January. Meditate. Find your inner zen. Send some prayers out to California. You can do redcross.org. I know they're accepting donations. And just, be grateful
for what you have.
Yeah.
Or even what you don't have. Because what you don't have and someone else did, they no longer do. And it's sad. So
it is sad. Yeah.
Keep things, be safe.
Be safe.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
Until next time, folks. Till next time, I'm going to go.
I'm gonna go too. Yeah. Oh, there you go. She's busy.
Stop. Stop. I gotta turn the damn thing off now.
Saved by the bell.
All right, folks. Saved by the bell. All right, folks. We'll see you till next time.
All right. Namaste.
Peace.
Namaste. Peace.
Yeah, bye-bye. Stop.
You're hysterical. You gotta stop it. Rolling. I said roll.